Good morning.
Morning. I really like that music.
It's pretty snazzy, isn't it?
I like that a lot. It's got a
is.
nice little ditty. I like that.
Well, I'm Diana Dykstra, Village Administrator, and you are?
Lana Kropf. I'm the Village Clerk-Treasurer.
We're going to talk elections today on this dreary day.
Yeah, we need the sunshine. I'm kind
do.
of sick of the gloomy.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for spring. So tell us, April 7th is a big day.
It is, and it's coming up real fast.
So what does that mean for us?
So April 7th is our election day. We have a statewide spring election. There's going to be a couple different things on the ballot. Supreme Court Justice, Court of Appeals Judge, Circuit Court Judge, County Supervisor, Village Trustee, and School Board, either Mukwonago School District or East Troy, depending on where in the village you live.
Oh, that's right. So if you're in the Waukesha County portion, and then there's a small portion in Walworth that has Mukwonago School District?
Yes.
And then the Walworth County, for the most part, is in the East Troy?
Yes, and then with that, the East Troy School District also has an operational referendum that they're going to be voting on.
Interesting. Okay. And where do they get information about the referendum?
So you can visit the East Troy School District website to get all that information. We actually did speak to the treasurer for the school board last night. He came to the committee of the whole meeting. So if you want to hear more about it, just cursory review, you can watch our meeting from last night, our video. But you can find all of that information on the East Troy School District website.
Wonderful. So with the April 7th election, we have how many trustees up for election?
So we have 2 trustees up for election this year, and we have only 2 people running.
Okay.
So we have the incumbent, John Miners, and newcomer, Carrie Pesh. She is taking the place of Dale Porter.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And I guess for people at home, if they ever wanted to run for office, what is that process? How does someone go about getting their name on a ballot?
So it starts back in December. So December 1st is every year is when you can start filing paperwork and getting signatures from constituents.
Signatures? How many signatures do they need?
20 to 40.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
No.
And it's village wide, so you aren't limited to, a ward or an aldermanic district. It's anybody in the village.
Everybody's at large. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So, if I'm a new resident in the village, where do I go to vote?
So all the voting happens here at Village Hall, and it's downstairs in the community room.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then, if I'm not registered, or how do I know if I'm registered?
So the easiest way to figure out if you're registered is to go to myvote.wi.gov, and you can fill in all of your information. It's going to ask your name and your date of birth, and it'll tell you where you're registered to vote, what municipality it is, and everything like that. You could actually request an absentee ballot through that.
Oh, awesome. So if I was registered at my old address, it would tell me that, and then it would let me update my address to the new place?
Yes.
And then what do I have to do at the polls when I come in?
So if you're already registered, if you did that online, or if you came in here and registered to vote, you would just say your name and address, and you would show your ID to the poll worker, and that's it.
Oh, so I do have to show an ID at the polls?
Yes.
Oh, just making sure.
We've had that requirement in Wisconsin since, I think, 2012. So it's
yeah. I mean, I always remember using my driver's license and going in, and it's the best form of identification.
Yeah. It's the most common one, too, that we see.
So April 7th is around that spring break time. what happens if I'm in Cancun or something and I
Sure.
really want to vote? What do I have to do?
So, snowbirds, we see that a lot, escaping the Wisconsin weather, and I don't blame them. So you can still go through that myvote.wi.gov and you can fill out a absentee ballot request. Or if you want to come here, you can do it here in person, or you can just send me an email.
Oh, nice. And then I should be thinking about that now, like prior to the election,
Yes.
because you have some deadlines of when you can or can't send one out.
So the our deadline by statute to get the absentee ballots out for this election is March 17th. Obviously, if we have them before that, we're going to send them out as soon as we can. But our deadline to mail them to anybody, like a regular voter, through the mail is the Thursday before the election.
So if it's the day before election, I can't just go online and say, send me an absentee ballot. That makes no sense.
No, you can't.
But
And you can't.
You get people who do that.
Absolutely. And you can't come in and vote in person absentee, unfortunately. That's state
It's
statute.
a blackout Monday kind of thing.
That's not our rule. That's
Yeah.
the state's rule.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can request an absentee ballot any of those ways for it to be mailed to you, or we do offer in-person absentee voting starting on, what day is that? March 24th through April 3rd. It's in here at the boardroom.
Right in the boardroom?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, nice. How about that? So with the two new trustees coming aboard, when do they actually take their seat at the governing body on the dais there? So if, say, I was elected on April 7th, when is my first day of office?
So technically speaking, your first day in office is the third Tuesday in April. So I don't know that date off the top of my head. Is that the 21st, I think?
Yeah.
So that's your first day in office.
Okay.
And that's per state statute. That isn't like an arbitrary number or date we pulled out of thin air. There's a rhyme to the reason. Or reason to the rhyme.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
How else? What else do residents need to know about Election Day?
So Election Day, polls are open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and that's across the state.
Okay.
You can come in downstairs at any point in time and register to vote. You can vote anytime during that. If you are in line to vote, say 8 o'clock hits and you're 20 people deep in line, you can still vote. We will absolutely let you vote. Usually one of us will get at the back of the line and say, sorry, I'm the end of the line. It was 8 o'clock. Anybody beyond me can't vote, unfortunately.
So you bring up a really good point, because it made me think about on Election Day, sometimes there are people who just want to watch what you're doing at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. Is that open where you tally ballots and things at the end of the night?
Absolutely. And I encourage it. It answers a lot of questions for people, so to be able to see the process and what we're doing and how the ballots go from the voters to the county, and how they get those results and all the processes.
How do you send those results to the county?
So initially we send all the results via a modem. So it's basically like a fax machine kind of vibe. And then the day after the election, we will take all the physical ballots and the memory devices from the tabulators to the counties themselves.
So honestly, if you're transmitting results that night, that's for immediate answers, but you still have these paper ballots in front of you. So if you had to hand count or anything else, you can do that because you've got the paper ballots right in front of you.
Absolutely. And that's
I
the
like
way,
that.
Yeah, and that's the way we want to have it. We don't want it any other way.
Yeah, really nice. Okay. Well, I think that's a lot of information for the residents to process about elections. If anybody has any particular questions, should they email you, call you? What do you prefer?
Email, it works great because then I can answer it wherever I'm at. Sometimes with my phone, I'm away from my desk and
Sure, sure.
I don't always answer my phone, because I'm not there. But email is the greatest.
Okay.
And then I can explain.
Well, I appreciate everything you do because your staff actually ends up spending, I don't know, what is it, 16 plus hours, 17, 20 sometimes that day here working really, really hard to make sure that elections are seamless and that we have great results to the county. Everything's accounted for. And we have poll workers who spend the entire day. And it's just really, really nice to see such a smooth operation that you have here. So
It's a compliment when I am told that it's very easy process. You make it seem so easy. It's kind of like
I know
it's a lot of work that goes into it, but a lot of work on the front end makes it really nice on the back end when you're
Sure
finishing
does.
everything up. So
Okay, well, Lana, thank you so much today for the insight into elections. And then again, if any of the residents at home have any questions, they can reach out to Lana. Our emails and phone numbers and everything are on our website.
yep.
Um, but any last words of advice?
And there's any information that you have or that you want to know about for elections, you can always go to our website too.
Okay.
There's an elections and voting icon right on the front page. So you click on that and you can find a lot of
Nice.
information there.
Wonderful. All righty. Well, thank you very much. And until next time, it's From the Den.